Hi guys, welcome to Talada's Kitchen. I'm Mansi and I'm going to show you a recipe which is used to make toast, sandwiches and many more such things, which is homemade bread loaf. So let's start making the basic bread loaf. For that, first we're going to make the yeast mixture. For that, I'm taking instant dry yeast. This is very easily available in the market, and make sure that you have these small granules of yeast and not the big ones, because this is what is going to make the bread very nice and fluffy. Now we'll add the sugar. Sugar acts as an activator for the yeast, and now we're going to add the warm water. Make sure your water is warm and not hot. I'll take my index finger and check if the water is not hot. Yes, it's perfectly warm, so I'm going to add this. Your finger should be able to bear the temperature of the water, and that's when you add it to the yeast and sugar mixture. I'll mix it well, and now I'll cover it with a lid. Put the lid upside down so that it gets space to rise, and we'll keep this for about 10 minutes. And remember one thing, do not move your bowl after you've kept it to rise. That's very important, otherwise it will get very shaky and will not rise properly. See, you can see the yeast has started rising a little bit, but it is going to rise even more. So we're going to keep it aside and let it rise nicely. So the yeast has risen very nicely. We'll open and check. Yes, you can see this is looking so beautiful. And now we'll keep this aside and we'll start kneading the dough. They are very simple ingredients. I'll take the plain flour first. Approximately 2.5 cups of plain flour, some salt, and the yeast mixture that we just made. And we'll slowly start mixing all this together, and gradually we'll knead it into a dough using warm water. Make sure you're using warm water only, because when you'll knead it and you'll keep it to rise, because at that time the dough will rise perfectly. Here I'm going to knead into a loose and soft dough. At this stage you can see it's become sticky, but I need a little bit more water, so add little by little now, so you get an idea of the dough consistency. So I need a little bit more. Now remember, when you'll knead the dough, it will keep sticking to your hand, but as and when you'll keep kneading it, it will start leaving your hands. That's the sign when the dough is done. I'm not finding it still loose, so I've added a little bit more water, and I'll keep kneading it properly. I can feel that the dough has started leaving my hands and it's not sticking that much, so I'll keep kneading it well to get a very smooth texture. See, now when I'm kneading the dough, it's leaving the sides of the bowl. That means it has been kneaded well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add butter and knead it well again. Now knead it so well that you get a smooth, shiny texture on the dough. This is also going to help in giving elasticity to the dough. Keep kneading this till all the butter has been absorbed by the dough. It's going to take some time, but it's totally worth the effort. You can see the dough is not sticking on my hand at all after adding the butter. I just need to incorporate this butter completely into the dough, and you're going to get the perfect dough. One more tip I'd like to give over here. At this stage, how much ever you knead the dough, that much soft and nice bread you're going to get in the end. So do not feel lazy, keep kneading it. You can see there is very less butter now on the bowl, which means it has been absorbed by the dough completely. But I'll knead it a little bit more. You can see it's become a bit elastic. That's the exact texture that we want. Now I've kneaded this dough completely well. Now before the next step, take little bit butter and grease your hands properly. Take the dough in your hand and start tucking it like this at the bottom. This is going to make it very smooth. You can see it's become so wobbly. I'm sure this is going to turn out really well. So I've done the tucking, and now I'll place it into the bowl again and cover it with the muslin cloth. Use a dry muslin cloth, and we're going to keep this in a warm place for about 45 minutes till the dough rises completely. So it's been 45 minutes now. I'll remove the muslin cloth. Wow, just look at this dough. It has risen so well. Now I'll just deflate it by pressing the dough lightly. This is to remove the excess air, and we'll again start kneading it. So I'll take my board over here. I'm using a chopping board, but you can even use a kitchen platform if it is clean. Before that, I'll dust some flour on the board. Take the dough and put it on this board and start kneading it. Again, this step is very important. You have to knead the dough well so that it becomes very smooth, and this is going to help in giving a very soft and fluffy bread. I'll add some more flour. If you feel it has started sticking again, you can take more flour. Take the dough and keep stretching it like this. The reason we are doing this is that the dough becomes more airy. So when it's baked, it's going to help it puffs up well. I'll just smoothen out the dough like this. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to flatten it out and going to make it into an oval shape. If you feel the dough is sticking on the board, just lift it, dust it with some plain flour on the board, and place the dough again and flatten it with your hand like this to make an oval shape. I'll just grease the tin with some butter. I've taken an 8-inch long tin over here, and I'll grease it with butter from all the sides. Do not forget this step, otherwise your bread will not get demolded. And now we have to roll the dough. Do it very gently, and as you roll it, keep tucking it inside. So when you cut the bread, you get a very clean slice and you do not get any holes in it. Now at the end, again pinch it properly to get a very smooth rolled dough. You need to make it like this into a log shape. Turn the dough over. I'll keep the bread tin over here and place it inside. If you feel there are spaces in the corner, just very lightly flatten it out to the corners and even it out with your fingers. You can see this is done, and now we'll cover it with a muslin cloth and keep it aside to rise for 30 minutes in a warm place. And remember to use a dry muslin cloth. So it's been 30 minutes now. We'll check the loaf. Yes, it's risen so well. And now what we have to do is, we're going to bake it in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. And after that, we're going to reduce it to 180 degrees Celsius and again bake it for 20 minutes. Our bread is perfectly baked. I've cooled it slightly for about 5 minutes, and now we're going to demold it. I'll invert the tin and demold the bread. If you feel it is stuck, you can loosen the edges with a knife. Yes, look how amazing this bread looks. Turn it around again, and we'll lightly brush some butter on it so that it remains soft and doesn't harden up again. Make sure you cool it completely before cutting. And now the best part, I'm going to just cut it and show it to you how it's looking. Use a bread knife so your slices will come out very well. Just look at that. I'll show you one more bread slice. As the bread is very soft, do it very gently, otherwise it will break from the center. See, the slices come out so well, you can have it immediately and you can make a sandwich or a toast, whatever you wish. Remember how you store the normal bread that you get from these stores? You can store it that way for about 2 to 3 days outside, and then you can refrigerate it and have it for 2 more days. So now cut all your slices and enjoy it and make a wonderful meal out of it. Bye bye.
Download the Tarla Dalal app on your Apple and Android devices. Follow us on the Facebook and tarladalal.com. If you enjoy our recipes, click like. To see more of my recipes, click here. Please share your comments. I would love to hear them. I'm waiting for that.